that contain names. Big names. Names Katt Williams mentioned before any of us even knew to be afraid. And now, in 2026, the question has changed completely. It's no longer, is Katt lying? The question everyone is asking right now is, how did he know? Stay with me, because this story goes much deeper than you think. This is one of those stories that keeps getting bigger every single day. If you're new here, hit subscribe right now, because you do not want to miss what's coming next. January 2024. Katt Williams walked into Club Shay Shay and did something nobody expected. He started naming names. Powerful names. Industry names. Names attached to secrets nobody was supposed to say out loud. The internet lost its mind, but not in the way Katt intended. People laughed. They mocked. They made clips. They made memes. Nobody took him seriously. But here's the thing about truth. It has a way of surfacing. And in 2026, with the Epstein files now flooding the internet, those same names are suddenly showing up in federal documents. What felt like entertainment 2 years ago now feels like a warning no one wanted to hear.
Think about it. Why do so many powerful people need Katt Williams to be wrong? Because Diddy is still in jail. Because Roc Nation is under a microscope. Because the ones who stayed quiet got rewarded, and the one who spoke up is still standing. He is not going anywhere, and nobody can make him be quiet. The conversation has officially changed. Nobody's asking if Katt was serious anymore. They're asking something far more dangerous. How did he know? November 2025. Donald Trump signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act into law. The Department of Justice was legally required to release every document tied to its federal investigation of Jeffrey Epstein. What followed was one of the biggest and most disturbing document drops in American history. Millions of pages, thousands of names, and the world was never the same after. November 2025. Donald Trump signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act into law. The Department of Justice was legally, of all the names that surfaced in those files, one hit different. Jay-Z, Sean Carter, billionaire, cultural icon, music industry titan, a man millions of people genuinely believed was untouchable. According to an FBI crisis intake form filed in 2019, an anonymous woman made allegations about something that allegedly took place in 1996. She claims she was taken from her home and woke up in a room with Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein. She alleged that Weinstein assaulted her, while Jay-Z was reportedly present. These are unproven allegations contained in an FBI tip line report. But Jay-Z wasn't the only name in that FBI report.
The same anonymous woman also named Pusha T, allegedly claiming he was used to build fake friendships and lure women into vulnerable situations. And then there were the old interview clips, footage that had been circulating for years, moments where Jay-Z's name would come up in a room, and you could feel the temperature drop. Conversations would stall, eyes would dart. Someone would change the subject fast. Don't go there, move on. It felt like fear. Specifically, the kind of fear you have for someone with real power behind them. Jaguar Wright has been saying this for years, that both Jay-Z and Diddy didn't just rise to the top. They were placed there, selected, by people whose names we still haven't fully heard yet. And that protection, that silence, runs deeper than the music industry. Here's the part people forget. Back in 2018, before the Epstein files, before Diddy's arrest, before any of this, Kanye West stood on a stage and called Jay-Z and Pusha T liars. He said they would never tell the truth. The whole world called him unstable. Now those same clips are going viral again, with a very different tone. And then the internet took it further. Reports started circulating, not from official documents, but from online commentators, claiming that Beyoncé was also being connected to the Epstein story. These reports have not been verified by any official source. There are no government documents tying her to any of this. But that's the nature of a story this size. In the information age, allegations spread faster than corrections. Social media doesn't wait for official confirmation. People hear a name, and they run. Next on the list, Richard Branson. His name doesn't just appear once, it appears many times throughout the files. And what those appearances reveal isn't just proximity, it's active participation in helping Epstein manage his reputation. In a 2013 email, 5 years after Epstein's 2008 conviction for soliciting a minor, Branson was advising Epstein on public relations, specifically, how to spin the conviction. He allegedly suggested Epstein get Bill Gates to publicly say he had mentored him. He advised Epstein to frame his 2008 offense as a single slip-up with a, quote, 17-and-a-half-year-old woman, because apparently the half was supposed to make a difference. There were other emails too. Branson reportedly asked Epstein to bring along his Russian girls at one point. Branson has since stated that Epstein's actions were wrong and that he supports justice for victims. His team says he didn't fully understand the context. But when you're writing a spin memo for a convicted pedophile in 2013, that argument is a very hard sell. What makes the Conan footage so disturbing isn't just what Branson said, it's how comfortable he was saying it, on camera. Then there's Sarah Ferguson. Fergie, the ex-wife of Prince Andrew. Her name appears in emails from the Epstein files not once, but multiple times. And the content of those emails isn't flattering. In one message, believed to be from Epstein's own account, someone wrote, "I think Fergie can now say, I am not a pedo." That sentence exists in a federal document about a member of the British royal family connected to Prince Andrew, who has already been embroiled in the Epstein scandal for years. In another exchange from 2009, there's a warm, friendly request for tea, with language that reads more like family than a scandal. Then there's Brett Ratner. A photo surfaced placing him near Epstein at a high-profile event. Ratner's explanation? He attended with his fiancée at the time. He says he had no personal relationship with Epstein. That's his statement. You can weigh it as you see fit. But here's the bigger picture. Step back and look at who's on this list. Tech billionaires, music moguls, supermodels, media executives, presidents. This isn't a list of one bad actor surrounded by innocent people. This is a network. A survivor went on television to say exactly that. She saw it with her own eyes. Powerful men everywhere. And today, those same men are on camera denying everything. And this, all of this, is why people keep coming back to one name. One man, one interview. Katt Williams. Because here's the thing about Katt. He wasn't just making noise. He was being specific. He gave names. He gave descriptions. He explained mechanisms, how the industry worked, who owed what to whom, and what the price of silence looked like. Orlando Brown sat in Katt's Malibu mansion and told a story that sent a chill through the comedy world. He said Katt Williams had explained to him, in detail, exactly what Kevin Hart had done to get where he was. Not jealousy, not bitterness, specifics. And Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart went from being a relatively unknown regional comedian to the highest paid comedian on the planet in what felt like the snap of a finger. No one could fully explain the acceleration. Katt said he could. Whether you believe him or not, what's undeniable is this. Almost every major claim he made in January 2024 has since been followed by a headline. Not all of them confirmed, but followed. And that pattern? That's something. Katt Williams warned us that powerful people would eventually face exposure. That the truth, when it finally came, would shake Hollywood, politics, and the financial world to their foundations. That's the part the whole world is watching. And you should be watching too. If this video made you think, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. This story is nowhere near over. Share it with someone who needs to see it, and drop your thoughts in the comments.